Welcome back to the Romanian channel and my playthrough of Divinity Original Sin 1 Enhanced Edition. Let's take a look around before going. The roasted pig. I really am just looking for more valuable stuff. Wait a minute. I'm fairly sure you should be able to talk to animals. There's that little rat. She doesn't. That's surprising. You. She need a gun? Yeah, he did. Okay, let's get out.
Greetings! These stores are for our Legion troops. Rivelon's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the feathers.
Let's head this way.
I'm warm as fresh out.
Stop that!
Sorry. I thought you could just dick around with it. You know, cooking and stuff. Town hall bathroom. Bounce to bow wow.
Please do.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Sicil is abuzz about. The talk of the town. The juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure to meet you. A delight. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed. They call the undead a problem, my friend, but those who know the ways of the fabulous five see no problems. They see opportunities. An enterprising spirit can wrench riches from cold dead rocks. Or from cold dead, full stop. Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? I saved lives, to be sure, but today I change them. Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each and every one of us. So first of all, let me ask you this question. Do you like adventure?
Quite right. Adventure is what we live for.
See here, you and I share the same passion. I never doubted it for a moment. The thrill of walking the unbeaten path, the rush of finding yourself in a goblin ambush, knowing you'll prevail nonetheless.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention up until this point, but yeah, I'm quite blind when it comes to this game. Never played it before. So what the
Too
hell does
bad
this
your
guy
line
want?
of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now, between you and me, tell me truthfully, don't you sometimes wish you could earn more?
Nor me. Wealth is but vanity.
Oh, but I know you're just being bashful. I bet that in your heart of hearts, your eyes water with joy when you discover yet another treasure during your travels. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders. Investigate this, retrieve that, and at the end of the day, what do you have to show for it? Wouldn't you prefer to call your own shots? Be your own boss?
Better to be served than to serve. I concur.
Well spoken. Well said indeed. Life's too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding, am I right? Of course I am. And I could help you attain the dream. Enact the change you deserve. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab. So that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation to join is yours. Grab it. Ah, the Fabulous Five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers guild in Riverlon. Our mission, to better the world. Our mantra, to better ourselves as we do so. To realize our dreams and cleanse our souls. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course, if you still have questions, I shall answer them to the best of my abilities. But if not, how about we get started? What a gem of a question. Straight as an arrow, sharp as a switchblade. Most meritorious of you. Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The title of Knight is bestowed upon you the moment you sign our waiver, and so it all begins. I shall be the one to give you your first contracts, and once the job is done, I shall see to it you get your fair share of the reward. Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the Fabulous Five and thereby draw new knights into our fellowship, you will get a share of the reward from their contracts too. Isn't that wonderful?
Anybody feeling like this guy's Bernie Madoff?
By now, the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say fellowship? I mean family. For like a family, we support one another, cheer one another, see each other through thick and thin, partake in glory and defeat, work hard, fulfill contracts, enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you rise through the ranks. You will better yourself. You will better Riverlon. You will make the stars shine all the brighter. And you'll get fabulously wealthy in the process. What's not to like?
Hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have, like our noble Captain Aureus before you. I am the Duke of Ferrell, though I suppose my name is in the mouths of enough ruthless gossipers that you've heard of me by now. It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Chancellor and I were anything near allies, but I truly never wish the man harm.
Back, demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons, comrade. This old bear's edgier than a dodecahedron these days.
Surely you've met your match once or twice.
The closest I've got to my match is when I linger over the
I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Mortruce my regards next time you see him. Heavens haunted! That's quite a story, comrade. And come to think of it, one that might concern you. See, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north of here. Hunter's Edge by name. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill savages either, but ones who've taken dark magic to new heights. What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say, but it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases and a knee-knocking fear of ever crossing paths with a sauce hunter again. I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Sicile. They don't have a spare soldier to send northward, and even in my finest form, I can't clear the place of that many orcs without backup. Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder just now, but perhaps that's where you come in. I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I see it, you could use reinforcements here in town. I've been scouting Sicile for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Counselor. With our minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work of the perpetrator. More than I'd hoped, comrade. I don't know what in tarnation's gotten into the townsfolk here, but there's enough dark magic running roughshod to topple a small mountain. There's Mayor Cecil's doings for one, and the mysteries of our master Thaleron for another. And on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shadow.
Oh god.
You mean you don't already know, comrade? Their kind can see in the dark. It ain't natural. Fella seems like a humble doctor, but I bet my sword he's dealing in something darker than splints and tonics. A loose-lipped fishmonger let slip that she'd seen our good doctor scale the city wall on 2 separate occasions, well past midnight each time. What business could he have among the undead? Hardly the habit of an innocent healer, I'd say. Now don't get me wrong, I think the mayor's a decent sort, even if he can't hear farther than the tip of his own nose. But from what I've heard whispered around the docks, the old guy's gotten himself mixed up in something not quite on this side of the law. I suspect an illegal source, artifact, or substance is at the root of it, but exactly what or who's given it to him, I can't say. And since I haven't technically been assigned to Sicile, I don't have the authority to interrogate him. But it seems you've got all the help you need, haven't you? More's the pity. We could have beheaded 100 Source Yetis in the name of the Order.
Okay, who do we lose? Because I'm not much into...
What can I do for you, Source Hunter? Do you now? Yours is the...
Challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge.
Please do.
I'll tell you, it sure does me. Hunter's greetings. So, have you changed your mind about venturing forth? Sheep by the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villagers when one of them activated a tripwire on our village wizard's property. Fortunately for me, that particular wizard has a penchant for things that go boom in the night. I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward the forest. He pursued me for miles, but I'd lost him before I made it into the Sicile hinterlands. More than I'd hoped, comrade. There's Mayor, and on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shadow. Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now, and the orcs up north will be short work for a trained-up trio of sauce hunters.
Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more formidable against this wicked magic. Welcome aboard, Medora.
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every orc and sorcerer in 100-mile radius, shaking in his wee boots.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we
Let's
sent to the
see.
northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
Decent
You'll
looking.
be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Decent indeed. Let's save. I'm more into heavy combat.
Greetings, traveler, and may the Immaculate Conduit's myriad blessings comfort and cradle you. Tell me, have you yet heard the revelation? You mean you haven't heard? Oh, what fortune that I may share the goddess's salvation with one who has, as yet, been lost. Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forth. The conduit, our link to the goddess herself, has given us a special gift, and the gift is thus. By following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way, we can each of us live on for a span greater than the number of stars that twinkle within the goddess's right eye. What's in a name, dear friend? For we all begin equal in the conduit's eyes, and only through great deeds may enter into her inner ring. She came from on high to we mortals, and showed us the path to the goddess, where all living souls are naturally inclined. She showed us that injury and malady need not mark the end of life, but that through her methods we could ascend to greater life in service of the goddess. Ah, for this hallowed information, you must seek an immaculate chapel. Go north, friend, through the forest and into the town of Silverglen, where all may be revealed. There, among her followers and friends, dwells the goddess's ecstasy, her one way. Go on the path to the righteous, my friend. Forget not that the conduit has great plans for you.
He says he's an immaculate. But I thought they'd been banished after the death of the Source King.
Immaculate. Haven't heard of their kind, but I don't like the sound of them.
That looks bloody.
Right there. Until you've received the captain's permission to enter, this door doesn't exist. Got it? Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through the town's finest magical murder scene. Enjoy.
Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities. There's no experience to be won from pestering me with vapid flattery.
That should sell nicely.
It's official. The Duke of Farrell is the worst poet in Rivellon.
In his defense, not much rhymes with murder.
What? Your love is like earthrow and oh my heart. Oh dear core, I want to hold you in my arms and stroke your little head and all It would be easier if Counselor Jake were dead.
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets. Sorry, I've run out of signed handkerchiefs. An Alistair keyring, maybe. In any case, make it quick. You're not the only fan who wants some of my time. What do you mean, not familiar? You expect me to believe you've never heard of Alistair the Almighty? Why, I'm only the most famous wizard this side of the distance. Although, it'd be worth checking the other side too, just in case. And don't forget, I'm the most eminent member of the Fabulous Five to boot. Surely you already know we've been voted the most influential adventurers guild by SideQuest Monthly. 3 years running.
What have we here? A source hunter, is it? Well, my day just became rather more stimulating. Oh, stand still then, if you don't mind. I want to take a good long look at the so-called savior of Sicile.
If you want, we could go upstairs and you can take a much better look.
Tall as an elf, strong as an orc, but your face, quite classical, isn't it? Statuesque, some might say. Yes, smooth and sturdy as marble, yet fine as a chisel's edge. And my word, what passion burns from your eyes. Please forgive my being forward, but I dare say, can it be? Well, you're exactly the person I've been searching for. That I have. For nearly a lifetime, it seems. Well, I'm sure you must know what I mean. Like existence itself lacked a significant component? Like if you could only fill a certain void, could connect with the right body, the right spirit. Together you could uncover new and thrilling vistas.
Something about filling voids. That's what I checked out.
I believe I have found that component, that body, that spirit within you, Source Hunter. Come, if ever we are to be united, we must truly entwine our fates. We must link our causes forevermore. Yes, you must join the Fabulous Five right away, as soon as time permits. Together, as a team, we'll explore...
Well, at least she's prettier than the other one. Now let's see, Duke Farrell is an impressive lad.
Hello. I suppose you're here to vicious... Which one? I've written, Esmeralda, more works of lyrical mastery than I can count. All that letter proves is my devotion to my lady. It's very tragic news.
They say he's privy to all things.
Yep, she had.
Smell. Oh, the fierce stench of frightened source goblin.
Actually, I think that's only roast pig.
Peculiar lass. Very peculiar. Then again, the whole damn group is peculiar as fuck.
Well, hello there.
There we go.
That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About face! To the barracks! Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Sir, no, sir.
Attention!
Really am curious what those creatures will say.
Sorry, sir.
Recruits, that was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Those boots would embarrass a bridge door. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Nice.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Those boots would embarrass a
Hmm.
bridge door. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Okay. Let's see if we can talk to anything.
That's it, troops. Train up while you can.
Those dark-robed nuts really ruffle my feathers, sneaking around here at all hours of the night.
Interesting. Quite interesting. Yeah, that's more one. What? I'm Romanian, remember? Let's see about this.
Oh, what now? What about it? Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps? That certainly would explain some of the cock-ups you lot have made in the past. What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. But I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate it with perfect objectivity. The Legion relies on reason, see? Not idle superstition. Like I said, the girl's known to be a flirt. But that sob of a feral doesn't have the mettle to commit murder. And as far as I'm concerned, neither has she. How to plan the perfect murder? Really? Really? She might as well wear a dress with the words "I killed Jake and I liked it" embroidered on it. But that alone wouldn't suffice to convince me. So convince me, Hunter, and keep looking. The knife, the book, the letter, they seem harmless enough by themselves, but in conjunction they do paint a pretty grim picture. Fine then. If you're certain she did it, then I shall have Esmeralda arrested. Your responsibility, Source Hunter. Surely you have exhausted all the evidence that was to be found? No? A good bloodhound knows when the trail has gone cold. So whom would you have the Legion arrest?
Way too much evidence. I mean, it was in our basement, for bloody sake.
Agreed. What does it matter matter if this evidence is weak. Everyone in town knows Esmeralda is guilty.
I remain skeptical, but the evidence brought before me is too damning to neglect, even if it was gathered by an amateur inspector. Have it your way. She'll be placed under arrest before the hour is out. But even then, the rather flimsy proof you have gathered will hardly go a long way to convict her. A confession is needed. Once she's behind bars, see to it that she admits her crime.
If I understood the situation correctly, you've had Esmeralda arrested on the basis of such flimsy evidence as a letter, a book, and a butcher's knife? The woman is clearly no sorcerer. How could she, based on your evidence, have committed what was obviously a murder by magic? It pains me to see someone innocent of source jailed for a crime so sinister. I suppose being innocent of sorcery doesn't make a person innocent on all counts. No, I'd be a fool to think that, in this corrupted world, crime is limited to the magical alone. Still, I can't shake the feeling that we've executed a grave miscarriage of justice here.
She'll live. Or will she? In any case, to be honest, the fact that the knife was hidden, the book was hidden, and she also had a love letter with that guy. Either she's been fucked badly. Ooh, I did not see these. Or she's guilty. One of the two. And I'm more inclined to think she's guilty. But I will continue looking into it, just to make sure she is guilty. Until we get to watch that though, it is time to end it, because it is 33 minutes, so yeah. Thank you for watching, or more precisely surviving up until this point, because gods know the editing's kinda interesting and my voice has a melodic tone to it. If you like what you saw, feel free to hit the subscribe button, like button. It does help out the statistics of the channel, gets more visible, you know, stuff like that. And to be honest, at one point I would like to actually make this a job, so I can do better content with better quality, more games, more coverage, you know, stuff like that. Take care.